Food prices were down for last month, but overall prices were up by 0.9%. According to the SIB, costs for transportation, housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels all increased in October.
The food and non-alcoholic beverages category, which decreased by 0.8%. The housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels category, which recorded a 0.9% increase, as well as transport, which increased by 7.8%. Bear in mind that these three categories hold some of the largest weights in the basket of goods and services, combining approximately 60% of household spending, meaning that even slight movements in any of these three categories can greatly impact the overall CPI. When compared to October 2016, the 0.8% decrease in the food and non-alcoholic beverages category was solely due to a decline in food prices. Certain meat prices fell, as well as the cost of eggs, milk, and some fruits and vegetables. The price per pound for ground beef fell 9.7% from $6.27 to $5.66. Beef steak fell 6.3% from $8.14 to $7.63. The cost of a dozen eggs fell 4.7% from $3.32 to $3.16. The cost of a liter of milk fell 12.5% from $2.69 to $2.36. This was mainly due to a 0.4% increase in home rental prices and a 14.9% increase in liquefied petroleum gas. In October of 2016, the average cost of a 100-pound cylinder of LPG stood at $86.61, while in October of 2017, it stood at $99.51. Now we look at the transport index and what caused the increase in that. Since the start of the year, the transport index has been one of the main contributors to the overall rise in the inflation rate. And this was mainly due to fluctuations in the fuel and lubricants category. For the most part, the fuel and lubricants index moves almost identical to the overall transport index, which means its impact was pretty large, as fuel especially has been rising significantly in 2017 compared to 2016.
From January to October 2017, Belize's imports were valued at $1.5 billion. It is a 4% or $64.6 million less than we imported last year. USA, Mexico, and China are the main sources of imports.
Marked decreases across mainly four categories: machinery and transport equipment, other manufacturers, food and live animals, and export processing zones drove overall imports down over the January to October 2017 period. These were partially offset by increase in spending on mineral fuels and lubricants, chemical products, and manufactured goods. Providing the most noteworthy offset were imports within the mineral fuels and lubricants category, which grew by 19% or $29 million to $181 million, as higher world market prices drove greater spending on all main imported fuels. Additionally, importation of chemical products went up by $8 million to $147 million on account of increased purchases of antibiotics, other medicines, and fertilizers. Within the January to October 2017 period, the categories of manufactured goods, other manufacturers, and other manufacturers together accounted for 23% of all imported goods. The machinery and transport equipment category alone was 20% of all imports into the country, while goods destined for the commercial free zones and export processing zones made up 18% of total imports. 12% of all imports were mineral fuels and lubricants, while another 12% fell in the category of food and live animals. All other goods combined constituted 15% of total imports.
According to the SIB, total domestic exports for January to October 2017 was valued at $413 million, an increase of 13.2% or $48.1 million compared to the same period last year. Sugar and banana were top export products, while there was a decrease in citrus trade.
The overall positive performance of Belize's domestic exports was primarily due to a surge in earnings from the country's top commodity, sugar. Strong sales of bananas were also pivotal in the period's increase. This was accompanied by minimal improvements in exports of marine products and an uptick in crude petroleum revenues. Exports of citrus products, on the other hand, decreased over the period. As Belize's chief export commodity, sugar alone accounted for 35% of total exports, benefiting greatly from higher prices on the world market. A 23% increase in exported volumes of sugar prompted nearly a 40% or a $40.5 million growth in earnings to $143 million for the January to October 2017 period.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.